Triple D, messenger of God. Here again, brothers and sisters, we hear people complaining about police not fighting crime enough. Actually, we do not want people who fight crime. We want the people who will stop crime. We cannot fight evil with evil. The police were employed to arrest the people who do not obey the law breakers, not to go and kill the people on the street. This is crime against God. The people they should arrest is the people who are in the parliament, not the people on the street. The crime on the street, it needs the people who fear God, who can rule the people with fear, who know the law of God. People who are filled with the Spirit of God. And we cannot say people must be filled with the Spirit of God if they don't know the law of God. They must read the words of God so that they can understand who God is. You know, if we can go to the words of God, you will know who Mandela was. Steve Biko was killed. And many people know, even Bishop Tutu know why Steve Biko was killed. Steve Biko was killed because they found the scripture in his pocket. And they asked him, what are you going to do with this? Who are you going to teach this law, this words? You want the people to disobey us. He was killed for that. But why I call Mackenzie and Lesufi, Panyaza Lesufi, is because I want to show them in the words of God, how do we get this democracy? Today the police are killed because sometimes they kill the wrong people. My brothers and sisters, we cannot make God more angry. We have to do things right. You know, as we see people are killed in this country, as I always said in the letter that I wrote, 1979 when we joined Christian in exile, I saw people being killed in the way they were thrown in the Crocodile River. You know, sometimes when you see a person being knocked by a car, you cannot sleep when you think about that accident. Now imagine when you see people being eaten by crocodile alive. You will never sleep. You will live in fear, you know, for the rest of your life. When we tell Christian about this matter, he told us, thank God because you are alive. You know, when I come from exile, I was afraid to tell the people that I'm from exile. I told them that I was working in Europe. Because the way they have killed Chris Hani, it had bring fear in my heart. But now, I'm no more a boy. As he was always saying that he walked upon his grave. Today, I walk upon my grave. I walk in the footsteps of Chris Hani. We have to reveal the truth. As Mandela have said, it is very important for the youth to have education. It is written in the words of God. You will understand why Mandela have said the children must have education. Not this education that we see people are proud of having the degree and all this. No, this is not the education that we speak about. We speak about the education of the people should take control of their own lives. They must not rule by the spirit of this world. My brothers and sisters, we have to come to our senses. We have to fear God. As I always say, that there is no man who can go to visit another man's house and control the man that he has visited. You have to obey the man that you have visited, because you are under his law. Here in this world, we are visitors. We cannot do the way we like. We must obey the law of God if we would want to live in peace. Let love one another. As Jesus once said, you people said you love God, but you hate the man that you see with your own eyes. How can you say you love God that you have never seen, but you hate the one that you see? Brothers and sisters, let's come to our senses. God is in control. And now God is controlling the world with anger. He shows his anger. The devil is not powerful to destroy the peoples of God. It's God himself. If the peoples doesn't change, I'm telling you, they're still going to see that even these foreigners are not here by themselves. It is God's will. But I'll show you in the words of God. That's why I want to see Panyaza Lesufi and Mackenzie, to show them in the words of God what is written there. And who was Mandela? Who was Chris Hani? Who was Steve Biko? Steve Biko, Chris Hani was just like the man who was killed in America. A man of God. Today people, they complain about climate change. There's nothing of climate change, nothing of that thing. It's the anger of God. Because these people, I end up killing the peoples of God. And now today they complain about climate change. What is climate change? Where does that thing come from? Today people complaining about men killing the women, women killing men, children are killed. This is the anger of God. I can show you in the words of God. That's why I want to see the people that God have chosen. But also if they are filled with pride, I'm telling you, God will be angry with them. Because he's not choosing them as politicians. He's choosing them as servants to serve him, so that they can change the peoples of this world, this country. God bless you. Thank you.